Hello folks, Papa D here, David Delivers Space. We're going to give this another try tonight and try to get this shot off from Vandenberg. This is the Falcon 9 Block 5 lifting her off from Slick 4E at Vandenberg Air Force Base. Space Force Base, I stand corrected. And this is Starlink 7-13, was supposed to go off last night. Actually got scrubbed at the last 41 seconds, I believe it was. The weather was not as good as they need to be. The heavy cloud cover over the launch area did it in, and the launch was stopped at the last second. So we're going to give it a shot again this evening. And again, this is a Falcon 9 carrying 22 total. There we go. 22 total of the mini version 2.0 satellites. And I'll be taking those into low Earth orbit. This is booster 1021, flight number 14 of this booster. Hopefully we'll get off the ground tonight. These guys look a lot better than they did last night. When the stream came on last night, I thought we'd be lucky if we got it off the ground, and that's what happened. But this is a 25th orbital attempt, 311th mission, and 297th F9 mission. It's the 11th mission of 2024, and again, this is the 14th launch of this booster. So it is fast joining the Grandfather's Club. This launch attempt is going to be on Of Course I Still Love You, out of the Pacific. And this was a 63-day turnaround, about average. And we are, like I said, launching off of SLC 4E. So we'll stand by. Looks like we're about T minus 0 to 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Looks like we've got pretty much fueling is done or about done. And we will be entering startup at 1 minute mark. The strong back is retracting at this time. Top off will be shortly thereafter. Like I said, 1 minute will go to internal operations for the stage 1, and it will take over the count at that point. Of course, the stop can always be made by the ground, as they did yesterday, or last evening. So we'll stand by, see if we have anything coming over the comms, and hope we have a nice launch for this evening.
Stage 2, locks close out.
All right, the call out indicated. Stage 2 is
Vehicle gas closeout.
loaded, so the spacecraft is fully fueled at this point. They've closed out everything. Now you're seeing the venting of the lines. Of course, we don't want any liquid oxygen, or in this case, for stage 1, it would be RP1, but we don't want those in the lines at takeoff, so that's all being purged at this point. We should be in startup.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
There we go. As you can see, the flight computers of the Falcon 9 have now taken over the launch. They can stop the launch if something is sensed to be wrong, and we just got the go from the flight director. T0 at 37 seconds.
T-minus 30 seconds. Stage 1, pressing for flight. T-minus 15 seconds.
Okay, good news.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. And liftoff of Falcon 9. Go Starlink, go
SpaceX. Good
job.
We have liftoff.
Chamber pressure is nominal.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
And again, folks, this is a daytime launch, which is nice to see, off the west coast from Vandenberg Space Force Base. Nice shot of the California coast.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Continues to leave the ground and gain altitude.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
Okay.
Max Q.
Alright, we got max Q. That's the point of maximum aerodynamic pressure on the rocket. Falcon 1 continues to gain altitude and speed. Just a hair over 2,700 kilometers an hour. As you start to see the curvature of the Earth in the atmosphere. Beautiful picture. Again, as always, thank you to SpaceX for providing this footage for us to share and educate the public. Alright, we show everything's nominal per that call. Beautiful plume from those 9 Falcon 9s firing. And we'll be coming up on main engine cutoff shortly, and then stage set. Everything looks nominal so far.
Stage 1 throttle down. Pico.
Stage separation confirmed.
There we go.
Stage 2 ignition.
And that engine is maximized for
Stage 2
use
propulsion
solely outside of the atmosphere. Commonly referred to as a vacuum optimized engine. Grid fins have opened up. And right now we are just starting to...
Separation confirmed.
Yeah, there goes the fairings on time, on cue. That is $6 million savings for SpaceX per launch. Beautiful shot of those fairings, or one side going down. Looks like we are still gaining a slight bit of altitude, but we are losing speed. They're burning off that momentum from stage 1 from the initial launch. Once that stage hits parity, or apogee, sorry, it will begin to retreat back towards Earth, and then there will be the big entry burn. That will begin the process of bringing that Falcon 9 on back to
Both
the
vehicles
recovery
continue
ship.
to follow a nominal trajectory.
Okay, stage 2 is nominal, as is stage 1. Okay, speed is backing off. You notice that altitude is just barely ticking upward. Every so often you'll see what looks like a puff of smoke, and that is the cold gas thrusters that are directing the initial there we are. Yeah, they're directing the initial direction of the stage 1 and its re-entry. Once stage 1 enters the atmosphere, where the atmosphere is thicker, those grid fins will take over and predominantly bring the stage 1 back in to line where it needs to be, and ultimately back to, of course, I still love you. That's a beautiful shot looking down the throat of that workhorse. 14 launches and counting. Okay, as you can see, that speed is increasing, altitude is decreasing. And we are coming up just a few seconds here on the entry burn.
Entry burn startup.
There we go. Now you'll see altitude and speed. Stage 2 seems to be nominal. Speed still increasing as that engine fires. Altitude is
Stage 1 entry
holding
burn
right at
shutdown.
160.
Both vehicles continue to follow a nominal trajectory.
Stage 1, FTS has safed.
Okay. Safe the flight termination system.
Stage 2, FTS has safed.
Okay. Coming up on the recovery ship fast.
Stage 1 transonic.
Okay, we are at a point now. We are no longer sonic. Going faster than the speed of sound. Atmosphere has thickened. Grid fins take over. Primary responsibility, as they already had, of bringing stage 1 down for its hopeful landing.
Stage 1 landing burn.
Terminal guidance.
There's, of course, I still love you waiting.
Landing leg deploy.
And we have a
Stage 1
landing.
landing confirmed.
Landing number 14 for this booster. And with that,
Seco.
Nominal orbit insertion.
and there we go. We have insertion into orbit. Sometimes things just drop, but that's okay. This is a live stream. Things happen. All right. So with that, we now have number 14 in the books for this Falcon booster. 22 more satellites will be heading to orbit shortly, and you can check the SpaceX Twitter/X feed. They'll update us all on that, and they'll certainly have video. And with that, appreciate you coming by. If you have already subscribed to our channel, thank you very much for the subscription. If you haven't subscribed and you enjoyed what you saw and you see some value in it, we would hope you would consider subscribing to the channel as we bring more and more live streams, both from here at the studio as well as live streams remotely when there's something going on at the Cape that we can make it out and take our equipment out there and show it to you. So for that, you have a good evening. Thanks again for stopping by. We'll see you at the next launch.